So I've been doing a little housekeeping recently, and I realized I have way too many credit cards. I'm gonna have to clean that up. I decided to count them out, and I have over 20 in this box right here. Dave Ramsey, if you're watching, look away. Over the years, I've poured countless hours into squeezing out every last credit card point I could get out of every dollar I've spent. The funny thing is that even after all of that, I've consolidated the majority of my spending down to just 3 or 4 cards. So in this video, I want to show you the 4 cards that I've narrowed my wallet down to and why I think they're the best cards in 2026. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Brian. I'm a former investment banker with a Master of Science in Finance and a crippling addiction to credit card points, and my goal is to help you become your own Master of Finance. So of the 4 cards that we're covering in this video today, one of them is a no annual fee cashback rewards card, the next 2 are going to be retail specific rewards cards, and then the 4th one is going to be a travel focused credit card with 0 foreign transaction costs. For each one, I'll be going over what specific card I use, what are the benefits that come with that card, and how much I've spent and gotten back in terms of rewards for each card. One thing I want to make clear is that you don't need any of these specific cards, but I do think everyone watching this video should have at least one card from each of the categories on this list. So the first card is the Chase Freedom Unlimited. This card has no annual fee, it gets you 1.5% back on all your purchases, and after you spend $500 in the first 3 months, you get $200 back in cash rewards. On top of that, you also get 3% back on dining and drugstore purchases, and you also get 6 months of Dash Pass for free. Keep in mind though that if you do claim the Dash Pass benefit after 6 months, it will renew at the full price, so just something to keep in mind. In terms of my experience with this card, this was the first card that I got when I was getting serious about building my credit and optimizing my credit rewards. I wanted something that was easy to qualify for and relatively low hassle that I could use everywhere and not have to memorize exactly what categories that I needed to be using this card for. Fast forward to today, and this year so far, I've put $72,000 on this card. I've gotten back 102,284 points, and overall that works out to about 1.4% cash back on all my purchases. Just to put that into perspective, 100,000 points works out to about $1,000 in cash value, which is $1,000 that I would be leaving on the table if I paid for all of these purchases with just cash. In my opinion, this example is exactly why I think everyone watching this video should have at least one credit card, and if you're going to have just one, might as well make it one that has 0 annual fee and gets you a standard cashback amount no matter where you use it. Now I know over the years that this style of credit card has gotten more competitive. It seems like everyone is launching their own 2% cash back. I've even seen one come from Fidelity recently. But when it comes to picking one of these, my rule of thumb is to keep it as simple as possible. I chose the Chase Freedom Unlimited because I already banked with Chase and I didn't want to have a bunch of different apps for my checking account and for my credit cards. So if you bank with Chase, then this card might be a good fit for you. If you bank with Wells Fargo, I know they've got their own version, same thing with Bank of America, and I'm sure just about every big bank that you bank with is going to have their own version of an all-around, no annual fee cashback rewards card. So next up, we have 2 retail specific cards, and by retail specific, I mean credit cards that are tied to a specific retailer. In this case, these cards are the Apple Card and the Amazon Prime Card. And the reason I have these 2 cards is very simple. Number 1, I already spend money at Apple and Amazon, so I might as well get some extra cash back on those purchases. The second reason is that these cards are easy to set and forget. For the Apple Card, once you have it, it's in your Apple Pay wallet, and whenever you buy something from the Apple Store, you simply double tap a button on your phone and you get 3% cash back. The Amazon Card is even easier because you have the option to add it as your default payment method for Amazon.com, so whenever you buy something from Amazon, in that case you get 5% cash back. In my opinion, the Apple Card deserves a little bit more attention because they do more than just get you 3% back at Apple. You can also get 3% back when you use Apple Pay at specific retailers like Nike and Walgreens, and you also get 2% back anytime you use Apple Pay at just about any other place. And what's very unique about the Apple Card is all of the cash back you get gets redeemed instantly into a high yield savings account. So for example, I've put $6,000 on my Apple Card this year. I've gotten back about $200 in rewards. That's gone straight into a savings account, which is currently earning 3.6% interest, which has grown to over $700 since I first got the card. Now the Amazon Prime Card, on the other hand, doesn't have a lot of the extra benefits that the Apple Card has. but the rewards are really good. In my example, I've put $11,000 on my Amazon card and I've gotten $600 back in rewards, getting an over 5% cash back on all my purchases. In my opinion, this card should be pretty much a no-brainer because there are over 200 million people with Amazon Prime, which costs $15 per month, but less than 10% of Amazon.com customers have the Amazon Prime card. But for anyone that has the card, I'm sure that the rewards would easily cover the cost of your Amazon Prime membership. Next up is the Chase Sapphire Reserve, or in my case, the JP Morgan Reserve, which are travel-focused credit cards that come with a lot of extra benefits in exchange for an annual fee. In 2025, Chase increased the annual fee on this card to $795, and if you're earning around 3% back on dining and travel, you're gonna need to spend around $26,500 to get enough rewards to make up for the fee on this card. But even if you're not hitting that level of spend, the card can easily pay for itself with a few extra benefits. Now, I won't go through every single benefit that these cards have to offer, but I will go through the ones that I think make this card worth it and likely apply to you as well. The first one is a $300 annual travel credit that gets automatically applied to your statement anytime you make a purchase on something travel related. What's nice about this is this even includes Ubers and Lyfts, so your first $300 of rideshare is free every year. The next one is a complimentary Dash Pass membership that's worth about $120 per year, plus $300 in special promotions through DoorDash. This was something that I was a little bit skeptical about at first, but once I redeemed the membership and activated it on my DoorDash account, I realized that we were starting to save a lot of money throughout the year. I don't know exactly how much this has saved me throughout the year, but I'll put an example on the screen of how much an order would cost without Dash Pass, as well as how much it would cost with Dash Pass, and I'll let you run the numbers for yourself. The other benefit to the Chase Sapphire card is it gives you a 50% boost to all of your Chase points. So that means the 102,000 points that I earned on the Chase Freedom Unlimited this year get increased by 51,000 points, which has a cash value of around $510. Now, compared to all of the cards that we've talked about in this video, I think this one is the most optional. There are lots of different travel-focused cards, but the key benefit that I haven't talked about yet for this card is the fact that you can travel with it without any foreign transaction fees. You see, many cards that otherwise don't have an annual fee charge around 3% for foreign transaction fees, including the Chase Freedom Unlimited. So if you were to travel outside the country and use your Chase card for a purchase in that other country, you would not only have to pay the current exchange rate, but an additional 3% fee on top of that transaction. So if you're someone who takes at least one trip outside the country per year and you don't want to have to pay a 3% tax in order to get credit card points on your travels, then you might want to consider one of these travel cards that have a zero foreign transaction fee. So between these four cards in 2025, I've spent a total of $124,000 and gotten back 300,103 points in total, which is roughly $3,000 in cash back. Your results may vary, of course. You may spend more than me or less than me during the year, but overall, I'm getting about 2.42% back on average. So whatever your annual spend is that you would put on a credit card, just multiply that by 0.0242 and you'll get a rough estimate of what your cashback rewards for the year might look like. But let me know down in the comments, are there any cards in this video that you already have, any that you plan on getting, or any that I don't have that you think I should check out? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.